Christian churches should not be a concert. Christian churches shouldn't be there and you go on Sunday service and you're looking for a great rock concert and the music's great, but guess what? The preaching sucks. It's workspace. It's watered down. They don't talk about anything real. They're scared. They don't want to talk about the LGBTQ, homosexuality, things going on, with politics, certain things like that. They don't talk about how Donald Trump says, oh yeah, well, if I'm a good person, I'm going to go to heaven. But if I'm a bad person, I'm going to go to hell. Like things like that, churches are scared to death to talk about because most churches aren't real, especially in the West. They're effeminate. They're feminine. You go to a Bible study, like most people are just walking around like they're not even congregating. They're not even talking to each other. They're not spreading the gospel. They're not soul winning. They're not doing none of that. They're just scared. They're just led astray by all these idiots that, they call their mentors, their leaders, but they're really just cult leaders. They're followers, they're handlers that just teach all these young adults all this BS. And then those young adults are turning into adults and they're preaching that BS somewhere else. So it's like, what happened to the real gospel? What happened to the manly men, who used to stand for truth? Dude, back in the gospel days, in Jesus was a masculine man. Samson was a masculine man. Job was a masculine man. Paul was a masculine man. He wasn't afraid to be single for the rest of his life. So yeah, I feel like that's what we need to bring back, masculine men. And like the video I made yesterday about that you shouldn't listen to women preaching over men. That's true. You just shouldn't. Like, not to be mean, but to say it so plainly, most of these women that are having a big following and that are Christian, that are preaching over men, and stuff like that, they're only popular because of all the simps. They're only popular because they have an attractive face. They wear all that makeup. Notice how none of these girls have zero makeup. They always have a ton of makeup. And yeah, it's just a bunch of simps in the comments. Oh yeah, praise Jesus. Never mention the gospel one time. Never mention we're saved by grace through faith. And now that you are saved, what are you going to do about it? Have some discipleship. Be a good disciple. Go soul winning. Go evangelizing. Preach the real gospel. They don't talk about none of that. They just talk about, well, when I was 21, I hooked up with a bunch of guys and now I'm saved by Jesus because I don't drink anymore. No, that doesn't mean you're saved. That doesn't mean anything because I didn't hear the gospel not one time. So I'm not hating on these women. I'm just saying, Satan has created so many simps that if you're even remotely attractive, you post on Instagram and you put your Jesus, a Bible verse in your bio, you're a Christian. You know what you're talking about. No, you don't. If you don't preach the gospel, and if you don't stand for biblical truths and you're not ready to talk about anything real, I don't think that Jesus would approve of that because you're not really doing anything. You're just kind of going in the circle. A bunch of simps watch your video. Okay. It's like, it's not doing anything. You're just getting money and you're gaining all these like empty followers. That's